Hello, my name is Kelly Markham. I'm a math and computer science teacher at Garfield High School. I'm going to show you very quickly how I have students do a reteach assessment using Flipgrid. Um, so let's look at an example of an assignment on Schoology where I describe this type of project and then a sample student response. So for this mini project, I asked students to select an inequality from a worksheet and then teach the audience, me, a friend, family member, anyone, how to solve it. I asked them to explain each step, including the properties they use, and graph their solution. Finally, I later asked them to respond to another person's video, check their solution. I do specify that students may use any tool they would like to explain their work. They can use Google Slides, they share a screen to, they can use Kami, Jamboard, paper, a whiteboard of some kind. I don't really mind, whatever they're comfortable with to show their work. This is a great way to be able to see what your students know and their ability to explain their work. Let's take a look at a sample student response. This is my student named Marin. We'll listen to about half of her response.
Hi. So this is my week 3 mini project. I decided to do the equation 6x plus 2 plus 6x is less than 14. And then what I did was I combined like terms. So I combined both 6x's to get 12x plus 2 is less than 14. And then here I did 12x. Oh, I subtracted 2 from both sides. So I got 12x is less than 12x.
Awesome. So you can see part of her response here. I can tell that she understands all the steps for solving an inequality. She even was able to accurately use the vocabulary combined like terms. However, she did not specify the name of the property she used to subtract 2 from both sides, specifically the subtraction property of inequality. And I can easily give her feedback down in a response video down here on a comment so she can learn from that. It's also really easy for me to see her work as she holds it up to a camera. She writes very neatly. Many students, however, are not comfortable doing that and they choose to use Google Slides as most common. Let's take a look at one more example. This is the type of reteach where I just let them do a classic kind of explaining lesson. A lot of students have really enjoyed a different type though, where instead of giving like a lesson, they create a Kahoot or another quiz and have a friend or family member take it. So as a substitute for an exam, I had students create an minimum 8-question test of the content in chapter 3 using the platform of their choice. Kahoot, quizzes, Google Forms, anything where they can create like a test. And I gave them topics that they needed to include in that Kahoot. Then at the end, I asked them to create a video of them giving that test to a friend or family member and giving feedback to them based on their responses. Let me show you a clip of a student doing this with her little brother. This is my student Liliana with her little brother, and here she's having him take her Kahoot about Algebra 1 and explaining to him the correct answers and his mistakes.
Okay, so I think you're gonna have easy. So yeah, it's x is less than 8. So you're gonna graph the inequality. Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you what you did wrong. So you see this? It's an 8. That's an 8, and so you see that? It's gonna be an open circle because this right here, it can sometimes be like that. That means less than or equal to. And this one means greater or equal to. And when it's like that, I know it's a closed circle. And this is an open circle. So yeah, and like when the only one.
Awesome. So here in just this short clip, I can see that she understands when to use an open and closed circle when graphing a linear inequality on a number line. And she's done a really great job explaining it to her little brother, who, even though this may not be his content, it's great practice for her. So I hope that this example of using reteaching assessments is helpful for all of you. Please make sure to use clear rubrics and instructions for your students, especially when starting. You have to be specific because they will just take your instructions and follow it step by step. And I hope this helps you in your distance learning journey. Thank you for watching.